let's see if we can repair this cup holder. So I've already removed it from the car, and as you can see, when you click it, it's supposed to shoot out at you, but clearly doesn't. There's that. Now, if you click the button or you click on it and it's disengaged, it will slide out. So yeah, it's basically the spring inside of it, or the gear is kind of up or detached. So let's see if we can rip it open and connect that spring. Okay, so as you can see, there's some tabs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 around the sides of the casing of the cup holder. There's also some tabs on the back. It's probably a little dark, but I've got there's a hole here, and you can kind of see where the spring is. It's kind of loose. So let's go ahead and lift these tabs open and see what's inside. Okay, let's go ahead and pop these guys off. So you could use a screwdriver, or you could kind of just pry it open with your hands. That works too. I need a screwdriver for this. Okay. It's coming. He's a coming. Okay, there's the last one. There it is. I didn't have to pop up these tabs in the back, but if they were still engaged and not coming out on its own, then you would just take the screwdriver and stick it in the slot, pop them in and then up, and then once it's completely popped off, you have the inner workings of this guy. So let's go ahead and see how this works. So here it is. This is the underside of it right here. So you can see this. There's nothing popping it open or springing it open. I just basically have to manually pull it out. So once you get this taken apart, you can kind of see the issue here is that this spring right here, this guy is no longer connected. So it connects right here. Kind of hard to see, but it connects right here. Right there. Right where my thumb is. So we basically have to try and get that spring to go into that hole. So it's come out because either the plastic's worn out or maybe the spring, you know, could break or something like that. But let's see if we can get that back in and get a working cup holder. Yeah, if we take this spring here, we're basically going to have to somehow manage to get this little tab. We have to go and get that onto this side and stick it through the hole. So we're basically just going to take this out of the main housing, which we can do that. If you extend the cup holder, you can see there's some tabs right here that we'll just have to pry up on this in order to pull the actual cup holder out of the housing. We'll also have to remove this little gear that's right here. So let's go ahead and do that first. So just take a little flathead screwdriver, and you're just going to kind of pry it out like so, just like that. So this gear is responsible for slowing the cup holder down so that it doesn't just like fucking fly out at you when you click it. But it's also, over time, it gets kind of worn down and just moves a little slow, so that's going to prevent the cup holder from fully opening. So let's set that aside. Let's go ahead and lift these tabs up right here. Just kind of do that. And once that's lifted out, you should be able to just slide this guy out. Oops. Use this little guy here. Should come out. Let's take the spring out real quick. Okay, should. Okay, there's one side. Okay, all right, there it is. All right, so the main cup holder is out of the housing. So you can see here's the little slot right here. This guy. That we need to get the end of the spring to go through. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to take this spring and we're going to stick it back into the hole, which I don't know why it over time it just kind of pulls through. So should be able to get this guy in here like so, maybe. Okay. Oh. Okay, so it looks like the tabs are broken here. So hopefully you can see that with my light, but it looks like the tabs kind of just broke off just over time. So there's nothing holding this clip in there in that little slot. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bend this and make a little like C shape so that it hooks onto there. And so you know, the cup holder might not extend as far because the spring is technically, we're shortening it, but it'll be fine. So I'm just going to take a pair of pliers to it, and then we're going to bend the spring. So we're just going to bend it like so. Just going to take it here. I'm going to hold it, and I'm just going to bend it like that. Bend a little bit more. Okay. Just gonna kind of squeeze on it a little bit too. Oh shit, I snapped it. Okay, well, you don't want to bend it too hard because I ended up snapping something. It's really thin metal, so I think I might have bent it, and it's probably gonna break on me. I might have just broke the coating. I don't know if I truly split the metal. Yeah, I think it's all right. But yeah, so you just kind of want to bend it like so. That's a better shot of it. Yeah, so you just bend it like that, like a C shape, and then now we can stick it back in here, and it should hold in place. So let's get this guy in here. Okay. So now I've got you can see here, I've got it hooked in place. Got it hooked in place, so it should stay put now, hopefully. Might have to bend it a little bit more, give it more slack actually. So let's stick this the rest of the cup holder in here. It goes in like so. And just make sure it all gets lined up properly. Okay. So we're gonna stick that in there, make sure your hook stays in properly, and we're gonna get those clips cleared. Okay, hooks are cleared, spring is still hooked in, so now you can kind of see where it's at like that. So let's just test it out. Okay, kind of works. Just doesn't work great, but it works. So let's go ahead and put this gear in there and see what happens. It just clicks into place. Maybe. Okay, maybe not. The teeth have to align. I spun it. Okay, they should line up. Okay. If they don't line up, then you can kind of just move this thing around a little bit. But okay, that's in there. Okay, so let's try it out. See, the hook is in there. Okay. Okay, the hook's not really working. I don't know why this thing isn't spinning properly. Yeah. That's how you fix it. I mean, maybe if you do it, it'll work for you, but it's basically the gist of it. I don't know why this spring is decided to come undone now, and it just doesn't want to push it. I don't think it's the gear inside, maybe. I think the gear might be adding a little too much resistance. No. Kind of. Yeah, so the gear itself is kind of slowing things down. But yeah, that's kind of works. It was worth a shot, I guess. But yeah, like I said, I bought a $75 cup holder. If you don't want to do that, you can kind of see if you can fix yours. But that's how mine is. There's a little bit of friction, so I think I could probably add a little bit of lube on it. Maybe. Let's try it. Let's add a little bit of lubricant. I don't know exactly where it's catching. There you go. Add a little bit of lube here, maybe. Yeah, there it is. So yeah, so you might need a little bit of lubricant, but should work fine. Maybe we'll try and put that gear back, see how this works, and then we could always try and lube that up as well. And I'm just lubing it up with some silicone grease. That's kind of more of a temporary thing. Oops. It's kind of hard to line these fucking gears up. Okay, so get it all lined up and sort of pop this guy in. Ugh. Ugh. Okay, so now let's try it. Yeah, the gear just kind of slows it all down. I mean, it goes. Yeah, might just have to might add a little bit of lube here, see what happens. Spray some in the gear, kind of work it through. Yeah, the gear just slows it down way too much. Yeah, let's just take the gear out. But yeah, so works great without the gear. So, like I said, I'm not going to put this in my own car since I already bought a replacement, but if you really just wanted to not spend any money, you could definitely go this route. And if once you get rid of the gear, it kind of works okay. It's kind of not as good. It's not as good as stock, but it does work, and you might just have to apply some grease if your spring is catching, like mine is. The silicone grease doesn't last very long, but I mean, that'll give you kind of just the gist of it. So yeah, you can go ahead and just reassemble this and throw it back in the car, call it a day. Yeah. So yeah, if you did want to run it like this, with or without the gear, you can do that. And just once it's all connected, then you can just reassemble your cup holder like so. What you have to do is just get it all clipped back together. So just clip it like this. Okay. So yeah, if you ever want to just remove the gear and stuff, because it's going too slow, then you can just pry it out from there or apply more grease. But yeah, like I said, I'm not going to be running this, but that'll at least give you an idea of how to fix it if you wanted to. So that's it, guys. So yeah, sorry, you know, it wasn't the most successful job, but you know, it does work. Yours might be a little different. The main thing is you just got to be really careful with the little the spring, because once you bend it, it's very easy to snap it in half. So like I said, you might have to run it without the gear. It's not the best fix in the world, but it does work in case you want to save a few bucks or just don't feel like buying a cup holder at the moment. It's a quick fix. But yeah, so hopefully that helps you guys. Maybe you can save a little money. Maybe yours will work a little bit better than mine. Like I said, I got a new one, so I'm just gonna run that. Thanks for watching. Hopefully that was helpful. Deuces.